Now, for the most important part of the 3 key stats, the drawdown. Now, most traders would not look into this, but it's so critical, traders, this key stat that we're going to just look at. Actually, this is what actually separates a professional elite trader than the normal amateur beginner trader. Now, let's look at the first type of stats that we need to look at in the drawdown stats. The first thing you need to look at is what we call the peak to valley. Peak to valley drawdown. Now, peak to valley drawdown, traders, all it means is that if, let's say, I were to just put this in terms of an equity curve, all it means is that you're looking at the part of the equity curve which actually gives you the largest peak to valley drawdown, that is from here to here. So measure the distance compared to this, okay? So all you're doing is equating all your results into an equity curve like this, and then you're then seeing and measuring which of those peak to valley, basically a high to a low drop, is the highest, okay? So that's called peak to valley. Now, the next thing that you need to analyze is what we call the consecutive loss cluster in terms of percentages. And out of that, you do need 2 subcategories. Now, what are they? The first one is what we call the month by month drawdown. What is the most highest consecutive loss cluster in terms of month by month? Let's say for 3 months continuously, you had losses in a row, month by month, right? Consecutive. Then you have to add them up and you've got to see what is your highest consecutive loss cluster month by month. And the next one that you do need to also understand is trade by trade as well, okay? Group up all the trades and see how many of them together lump up, one trade by one trade, and how much percentage do they lose. So we're looking at percentage. So for example, in a sample of, let's say, 5 years, you get 5 trades one by one, okay, consecutively, all losing, and they all clump together. So that would be, and you then add up all the percentage of it, that will be a total consecutive loss cluster in terms of percentage. Do the same thing as by month analysis as well. The final thing that you do need to know is consecutive loss cluster, again, same as this, but in terms of number of trades. So just find out over, let's say, the 5 years that you're looking at, or 10 years even, look at how many trades, how many number of trades have lost consecutively, one by one by another. So let's say now you find out, maybe in this example was 5 trades, maybe in another strategy you find out there's 10 trades in a row. Now find out all this and make sure that you do know about your strategy performance. Now you may ask yourself, why is this all important? Why is this important? Because it tells you one critical thing, right? All these individual stats for drawdown, all it tells you is one critical thing, which is when to stop. Okay, so that's what you got to define. Because also, if you do not know, then when the losses hit you, what naturally happens to all these traders? Fear starts to hit, and then once fear hits, you start doing things that you're not meant to, you don't follow your plan, and sometimes even paralysis starts to happen, but you don't have the strength anymore to place any more further trades, and then you know what then happens. Then you may lose the critical trade that actually turns your whole equity curve up all into positive. So do remember all these 3 stats, and remembering them and understanding them will give you the conviction and the confidence to trade like a master. We trust you enjoyed our Traders Education Center tech video. To unlock the full tech modules for free, click on the link below and hit the subscribe button. Then go ahead to register with your contact details and create your unique username and password to enjoy the fully unlocked tech modules.